Hey everybody! The purpose of this little video is to give you an introduction to how to use this little best fit worksheet. We talked about it in class last week. So basically I just wanted to make sure you understood A, how to get data into this thing, and then B, there's a couple neat little fun Excel edits you can do that make things a little bit nicer or easier. And I kind of wanted to teach you those too. So anyway, when you open up the sheet, Best Fit Worksheet, and to open it up, just left click on the link and it should pop open for you. The first thing you can do is to give your graph a title. Right now it's just called Scatterplot Title. So what you probably want to do is change it to something more meaningful. I believe what we did in class was uninsured under age 65 or something like that, and you can press enter and then that pops up here. I think it was uninsured Americans. I think it was uninsured Americans actually. Americans under age 65 there, whatever it is, there you go. If your title gets too large, like for example, suppose you put the years 1992 to 2000, oops. And you notice, I mean, it's fine here, but it kind of gets too big here. One thing you can do in a spreadsheet is grab these little handles and then pull them over. And as you do that, what's going to happen is it's going to make the sheet wider to accommodate that, if that's important to you. It also changes things like the size of the graph, but we'll get to that in a second. Okay. I threw in some data points here just to fill in the space. You can just overtype. You can type right over them. I believe in class our data was 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 in the X values. And then the Y values were, I believe, oh crud, I don't remember. I'll make up some numbers. 34, 36, 37, and I think it was 41 and 44 were the last couple. So that's not exactly right because I know that equation isn't exactly what it was. So whatever it is, you can put your data in here. It says X name and Y name. You probably want to put what those are. As far as X name, that was the years after 1990. Okay. Now, notice you've got this little issue up here. One way around that, of course, is to drag it to make it wider until it's big enough, but then you get all this extra space here. So I'm going to show you another cool trick you can do. If you click in that cell, which is in the years after 1990, and then you click on Wrap Text, you can then actually shove this together. And what it does is it allows the text to be wrapped around the line. And then you can also drag this way to make things fit better. So that's just a fun little editing tool you might want to play with. This was uninsured in millions. Okay, and there again, same thing. We can wrap that text, and that's a much better looking deal. Notice how you've got this occupying 3 lines, this occupying 2. Personally, I learned a new trick about this. You can change the formatting of the text in the cells by clicking that instead. And what that does is it actually centers the text left to right and up to down if both of these are chosen. So again, not important for the scatter plot because as you noticed, as we were changing those numbers, this wasn't changing at all. So that's pretty much you're done now. This thing looks, that's a scatter plot right there. That's a best fit line right there. And you're done. I mean, the thing that you can now, if you want to goof around with, is you can change things like the font sizes or the scales. Like for example, suppose you wanted this title bigger. Okay, so you click on that title and simply come up here and change the font to a size you like. Maybe you want a 20 point. Okay. Maybe you want these axis titles larger. Same thing, click on the title, highlight it, and change the font to a size you like. This one here too, same thing. Anything you want to do. Suppose you want these bolded. Bold, click on the axis, bold. This is why it's a much nicer tool than your TI. Okay, suppose you want to change the scaling. See, right now, the problem with this, boop, 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 is that they're very crunched up in the top of this. Suppose you wanted to make your lowest Y value this 30 right here. So what you do is you actually right-click on the axis, grab Format Axis with a left click, and then you can change the minimum. Instead of it being 0, you can change it to anything you want, like, for example, 30. When you press enter, you will have changed this scaling so that it looks more kind of fills up more of the viewable window. You can also change the scale this way if you wanted to. You can, You can change the format horizontal axis, make it start at maybe 2, maybe go up to 10. Okay, close it there, and now it fills the entire window. I mean, some people don't like that because it puts the the first data point on the y-axis, or what appears to be the y-axis. That's really your choice. You can grab any individual piece and move it around. You can change the font of that scatter plot line if you wanted to. You can make it green or whatever color you want. You can click on the scatter plot line itself, and when you go to chart tools, you can look for the formatting of that and change it if you want. There's lots of things you can do, all of which are very much optional. So anyway, just wanted to get you a quick video on how to run the spreadsheet. Hope it was helpful. See you in class.